So I began my little journey forward. And one of the matters that I developed information about was an individual I learned about was Aleister Crowley. He likes to have his name pronounced Crowley to rhyme with holy. And the Satanists today, and for the number of years in the past, have basically used his philosophy and his writings as a guide.
Stars in High School Musical and Hannah Montana are just some of the images little girls are addicted to. Girls as young as 4 are imitating them in an emerging trend that marketers are tapping into.
Do some things seem very bad to you? What does seem bad to you? When I was a little boy, I hoped I'd grow up and marry my mother. So I just talked with my mom about it, and she talked with me about it, and that was good.
Children are lively enough and small enough to do a lot of things, but nobody is small enough to go down a bathroom drain.
That's just an example, okay? Okay, we're talking here about the 666. That's the beast. That's Aleister Crowley himself. Moreover, the beast 666 advises that all children shall be accustomed from infancy to witness every type of sexual act, as also the process of birth, lest falsehood fog and mystery stupefy their minds, whose error else might thwart and misdirect the growth of their subconscious system of self-symbolism. What we're talking about there is children from birth being exposed to sex.
At the Dashing Diva Salon in New York City, manicure and pedicure parties are a big hit for 5-year-olds like Talia.
Aren't these gorgeous? As you can see, one little girl tells another little girl, and then they want to have a party here. It's really no different than kids normally playing makeup and hair and manicures and pedicures at home, but now they have a real-life environment to come to.
It was crazy. I auditioned and I was 11. It was a 15-year-old part. So I auditioned for Lily, and then they wanted me to audition for Hannah, and then they were, too small, too young. I was so sad. I was like, well, why would you even have me, try again? I was like, I don't understand. So I was like, oh, okay, so they're going to see how old I can really look. So I tried to dress up and wear mama's shoes and makeup and all this stuff, and still too small, too young, and just looked like a little girl playing dress up. So I kept trying, and then finally I was, maybe if I bugged them enough, they'll finally give me the part, and it worked.
Why did you decide to have a manicure pedicure party?
Because I thought all my friends would like it.
Do you have makeup at home?
Lots and lots and lots of makeup.
Lots and lots and lots of makeup?
Yes.
Some moms just see it as harmless fun.
Well, I was 22 when I had my first manicure, and so kind of strange to think that she's 5 and she's already had a few, but I think we just make it a lot of fun. That's it.
Boy, every time we turn a corner, there's something different.
Feels different, too.
Yeah, what's this?
This is a stalactite. Feel this.
Oh, it's smooth, like glass or marble.
It's made of layers and layers of stone. When the water drips down, the water has in it tiny little pieces of stone. And that stone goes on to this one and makes it larger and larger. And when the water drips off, it goes all the way down and makes a stalagmite.
This is a stalagmite here?
Yes.
And then
it drips
grows up?
and grows. And when they come together, They make a column.
A column?
Mm-hmm.
You're a good teacher, Betty.
Thanks.
When I was a very little boy, I used to watch the water rushing down the drain. And I used to wonder what might go with the water. But even then, as little as I was, I couldn't go with the water down the drain. Nobody can do that. Everybody's much too big for that.
But marketers see it as a way to cash on a culture seemingly focused on beauty makeovers and celebrity, regardless of the age. In a recent study, 55% of 6 to 9-year-old girls say they use lip gloss or lipstick, and nearly 2/3 say they use nail polish.
And why wouldn't girls as young as the age of 6 buy cosmetics? Experts say their role models aren't teachers, astronauts, or doctors. Instead, it's the teen idols they're attracted to. Marketers even have a name for this trend. They call it kids getting older, younger.
No, you'd be surprised how much hasn't happened. You know, at the end of the first season, I was like, okay, well, what happens now? But we have a few more characters already in the beginning of the first season that come in and mess up our lives even more. We start in the Hamptons, which is a staple of New York socialites that you haven't yet seen. And, you know, we've all kind of dated each other, so we have to date more people or each other's parents and whatnot.
Oh, that's
no,
what
I'm teasing. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. But you know, other stuff
Next
does.
season.
Even I have been.
The doctor has determined that the child suffered from severe calorie neglect and also hygiene care. The child also suffered from severe bed sores.
Investigators say the child was brought to the hospital, and when doctors saw him, they realized something was very wrong.
You figure the average birth weight of a child is, not saying necessarily in this situation, is 7 to 8 pounds. So you're talking a 4-year-old that's 10 pounds. So that's a big issue.
Neighbors say they had no idea this was going on. Elizabeth Baggett looks at her 4-pound chihuahua, and it's hard for her to believe a child weighed only 6 pounds more than her dog.
Well, I thought it was just terrible. I feel a lot more terrible now that I think it might be somewhere close to me.
I'm just very happy and always smiling, and was just learning how to crawl.
Janae Martin describes how vibrant her 8-month-old granddaughter Emma was, but she says that changed after a bad accident in Emma's parents' kitchen.
Sunday morning they were getting ready to go to breakfast, and Emma was in her walker and reached up and grabbed the cord and pulled the crock pot on top of her.
The scalding peas and sausage burned almost 1/3 of her body.
Was pretty much in shock, unconscious.
Emma's parents rushed her to Spring Hill Hospital. From there, she was transferred to 2 more hospitals before being sent to Shriners Hospital in Cincinnati.
She's alert more now. She was pretty much comatose.
Martin says she was taken off the ventilator and is progressing well.
And she still has her feeding tube, still has several IVs, but she is able to get in the wagon. They'll lay her in the wagon and they'll walk her all over the hospital. And
Martin says prayer and support have gotten the family through this tough time. Now she wants changes made so no one else goes through the same thing.
I said that I was going to talk to several of the home builders. I don't believe in plugs on the end of the counters anymore.
Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has mistakes. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everybody gets that way. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has good days. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everybody gets that way. Now I'm going to get everybody. Yeah, goodbye everybody. Yeah, yeah, I'm taking everybody. I don't know. Now I'm going to get everybody. Yeah, goodbye everybody. Yeah, everybody.
But that's not stopping these moms. Their girls enjoyed birthday parties at the profitable mall-based chain Club Libby Lou. With packages costing as much as $40 a head, Club Libby Lou did over 1 million makeovers last year.
Help her can play, not stuffing shoes every single day. It's not that I want to make her feel grown, it's just make her feel good, and, you know, this is an extra hop to the step.
Their makeovers involve dressing in concert costumes, donning blonde wigs, or adding extensions, and getting makeup like their idol, Hannah Montana, wears.
Yeah, I like Jeffy Money.
You have to wonder how young marketers will go for a trend that's so pretty in generating sales.
We talk about important things, don't we? You and I. We can even mention scary things, can't we? You and I. It feels good to have someone all to yourself once in a while, doesn't it? Someone you like very much.